Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, hello, I'm Elena and I'm so happy you're here. I'm super excited for today's video. Today we are going through my January low buy updates. We'll talk about the wins, the losses. There's a lot of losses. Yeah, so this will be what I used up, what I repurchased, the unplanned purchases, which I had more than I wanted, and the lessons I picked up along the way. So let's get into it. Okay, so we'll start with the updates first. So this month was a little hairy, which I kind of expected because it is my first month doing this. I'm still learning and trying to, I guess, unlearning bad habits. So yeah, I've learned so much, excited to keep on learning. First, I wanted to go over what I used up. The first thing I used up was the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I actually have my eyebrows microbladed. I don't need or feel the urge to put on like a lot of brow product, but I do have really stubborn hairs that grow in funky directions on both sides. I feel weird when I don't kind of fill in those areas, so I got this brow product to fix that. It's a good product. It was a little bit too finicky for my lifestyle because I like easy, quick things. So yeah, it was great. Probably won't repurchase, didn't repurchase this month. So the next thing I used up is actually two things, two foundations. So I am making progress on getting through my makeup stash. So the first one I finished was the e.l.f. Soft Glam foundation. I think that's what it's called. A lot of people I follow on YouTube really like this foundation, but I don't know if it was my skin or my skincare or my other makeup, but it just did not play nicely at all. It was a good color match, which is like half the battle, I think, but it would just separate within like 2 hours. And I have oily skin, so I'm kind of used to that, but yeah, it wasn't super great. Definitely will not be repurchasing. The next foundation is the Sunday Fridays Sheer Skin Tint. I've had this foundation, or I guess a skin tint, for way too long. It's probably so expired, but I've had acne and acne problems for like literally, and I'm using literally, but like literally 20 years. For as long as I can remember, I've never had clean skin. Around 2020, I decided to really take it like seriously and be as consistent as I could. So like going to the dermatologist and getting prescription skincare and simplifying my routine because that seemed to work better for me. And I'm finally to a place where my skin is the best it's ever been and less volatile. When my skin started to be more smooth and less acneic, I bought a skin tint because I felt like it was the first time I could really use one and not feel self-conscious about my skin. And this one is sheer, like the name says. It was fine. It was really expensive. And because there are so many more skin tints now in the market that are cheaper, when I want to repurchase or purchase, I guess, a skin tint, I will not be repurchasing this one. It was fine. The third thing is a bottle of body wash. So I finished the Lush Sticky Date body wash, and oh my God, I'm in mourning. It is the greatest loss of my life. It is such an interesting scent. It's very obviously date forward, caramely. It smells so rich. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. Oh my God, I'm in love. I got it for my birthday, which was actually in October, and I rationed that bad boy to try to stretch it as long as possible. And I finally reached the end. I will repurchase this eventually when I get a little bit of extra spending money. It's expensive. It's from Lush. It's a great body wash. I think it's worth the price, but just with my finances right now, I want to try to be a little bit less spendy on those types of things right now. I'd rather spend more on like things with good ingredients that are still in my price range, if that makes sense. So yeah, we'll repurchase eventually, just not right now. And then I finished my conditioner, which is the Dove Bond Repair conditioner. And this is my holy grail. I repurchased it the minute I was out. I use the entire system, so the shampoo, the conditioner, the mask, and they have a serum that I use pretty often. And it has absolutely like transformed my hair. My hair's looking a little bit, I won't do a close-up anymore on my hair, but my hair is looking a little bit, I'm having weird hair today, but it is fantastic. In my location, it's only $3.99. So yeah, no brainer. Repurchased, will repurchase forever. It is so satisfying to use up something in its entirety, and that feels actually like insane coming out of my mouth because obviously, but when you're used to just buying the newest thing before finishing your old thing, you don't get that feeling. So yeah, I'm using things from my stash and I can see the piles going down and down and down. Huge progress there, really proud of myself. Yeah, next. Now on to what I purchased this month. So we'll do planned and unplanned. So I already mentioned in the previous section, I repurchased my conditioner and then purchased a new body wash to replace my Sticky Dates one from Lush, RIP. And they were just simple, necessary replacements. I tried to not go a little wild and use that as an excuse to buy things I didn't need when I was there. And overall, at least in those shopping trips, it was pretty successful. So small wins in this month of kind of overwhelming losses. Next, let's talk about my weak areas, my failures, my losses, however you want to call it, because I feel like there are a lot of them, which kind of sucks. I bought way too many sewing, crocheting, and knitting patterns. They're my weakness. They're just my weakness. I need to figure out how to tackle this. I deleted the Etsy app off of my phone, but that doesn't stop me from going to the website and looking at the sales and adding things to my cart, and then the seller sends me a coupon. It's like, oh my God, I have to buy it. My patterns are just getting out of control. I don't have enough time in my life to finish all the patterns that I've already purchased. But yeah, it just sucks because I feel like I can't stop myself. And patterns are kind of an interesting thing to buy because you buy the pattern, but then you still have to buy the supplies to make that thing. So it's just like, it just feels like it's so much sunk cost already. I'm bummed. I'm bummed about this one. If you have any ideas on how to chill with the patterns, please let me know. The next thing I got was a neck reading lamp light thing, which I think you can tell this was probably the most impulsy of unplanned purchases this month. I try not to shop at Amazon if I can help it, but yeah, this was from Amazon. I've really been enjoying like knitting and reading before bed, but our overhead light is too harsh and our ambient light is too ambient. It's too dark. I was struggling to see whether it's my stitches or the book that I was reading. So on an impulse, got a neck lamp, which I've been using it almost every night since I got it. So in that instance, it was an okay purchase, but I didn't do my normal wish list buffer that I try to do when I'm feeling sneaky and spendy. Where I put something on my wish list, I wait a couple weeks and I see if I still want it. But it's like I had a problem now, I wanted to fix it now, and I got next day shipping, which is as close to now as you can get. I'll feel better about it soon because it wasn't super expensive and I have been using it, but it was still unplanned, which is just not in the integrity of my low by year. And I broke my crafting rule, which is I can't buy a new project or yarn or supplies rather before I finish the project I'm working on. I just love starting new projects, and boy, oh boy, I struggle finishing them. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So next month will be better. It has to be better. And then my last kind of fail, I had some retail therapy at Old Navy and Target, which we've all been there, but yeah, I don't even really know what to say about this really. Have you ever gone on a diet where you're restricting something or cutting something, like soda, for example, and you're doing a great job and you're not drinking the soda and you can feel like your body starts to feel better and it's a great thing, but you're still craving it. And instead of kind of sitting with that and learning how to do things in moderation, you just kind of binge. And that's what happened to me at Old Navy and Target this month. Anyway, so this moves right into my wins for the month. So even with my slip-ups, there are a few things that I think are worth celebrating. I'm so much more aware of my spending now, and that's not something I could say a month ago. So even when I'm overspending or being impulsive, I'm still aware of what I'm doing. I'm not going into like a fugue state and blacking out and like just buying as much as I can because I let myself have a second of weakness. That's not the best way to put it, but I'm more aware of the money I'm spending and what I'm spending it on. So even though that didn't necessarily translate into a huge difference this month in what I actually did, I think if I continue on this path, it will help in the coming months. My eating out habits have improved a ton. This is probably the biggest improvement or the biggest win from this month. I don't think we got delivery at all, and we did eat out a handful of times and get takeout, but we went and picked it up every single time, becoming a little less scary and annoying. Yeah, if I really want something, I will get it, and if I don't really want something, my kind of laziness wins out, which I actually think is a good thing, so then I don't get it. So yeah, super, super, super happy with that this month. And in terms of like creation and crafting, I made a lot this month. I actually made 4 garments. Well, 2 garments and 2 like accessories. And that has at least started to help me curb my desire to buy new pre-made clothes, which I think is a great first step. I'm going to post a video somewhat soon in the next week or so about everything I made in January. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe. What I learned in January was a lot. Now that January is behind us or about to be behind us, depending on when I post, I wanted to share a few learnings and reflections so far in this year of low buying. One of the biggest lessons I've learned this month is to identify my shopping triggers. I deleted every single shopping app from my phone. Whenever I get a new like promotional email, I unsubscribe, and every time I get a promotional text, I respond, stop. I do feel a bit of FOMO, like I'm gonna miss a really good sale, but it's, who cares, you know? So I'm trying to set myself up for success by removing the impulses before they happen, if that makes sense. 2, I don't go grocery shopping when I'm hungry, and I don't go grocery shopping without a list. I also have started to prep ingredients, not meals, but ingredients to make the actual making of the meal so much easier and less of a hurdle. The second thing that I've reflected on is finding joy with what I have. I've always loved new things. I love shopping for new things. I love the idea of new things, clothes, shoes, bags, whatever. I love it all. I love it all. But I've been forcing myself to shop my closet, and that has been surprisingly so fun. I do have a lot of clothes, and I am trying to be more mindful about donating things I no longer wear and wearing the things I love, like this sweater. Let me scooch back. It is a heart sweater that I forgot I had because I got it for Valentine's Day last year. And I found it, and now I'm like, this is the cutest thing I own, let me wear it. Those types of moments have been really fun and really fulfilling. Yeah, so I'm just starting to find the joy in enjoying what I have versus always wanting to get that next new thing. And the third lesson I learned is it is totally okay to fail as long as you learn something from it. So like, I'll be real, I think I failed a lot this month. I think I failed more than I succeeded. I bought things I didn't need, things I can't use right away, like patterns, or things just because they were on clearance. But every time I messed up or didn't follow my guidelines or my rules, I reflected on it and I'm learning from it, and I know that next month will be better than this month. All right, so those are my January low buy updates and reflections. So this journey has not been perfect so far, but it has been really rewarding already. So I'm so happy I'm doing this, and I'm so happy you're here doing it with me. I would love to know if you're doing a low buy or a no buy year, how that's going, how your January went, if you're adjusting anything, tell me everything. I wanna know, I'm nosy. Yeah. So if you like this video or you like crafty videos as well, please like, comment, and or subscribe if you feel like it. It would mean the absolute world to me, and I love you forever for whatever that's worth. All right, enough yapping. Thank you so much for watching, and I will yap at you in the next one. Bye. Oh my gosh. Hi everyone. I have brow product on, but you probably, I don't know if you can tell. That's a weird clip. Cut that. I deleted the Epsi. Was what I have. I dropped it. If you're a fidgeter, neato, is the best. It's what, if you see me moving under the desk, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, lessons learned.